Hello there. Well, this is going to maybe be the first in a series of trying to straighten my life out a little. Let's just say I gave up on most things 20 years ago for whatever reason. Uh, got fairly depressed after my last major relationship, and also was dealing with my mom in the late 90s, early 2000s, and her issues getting older, and also with uh, a lot of mental health issues also surrounding my sister. This is not working. And this is my crazy life because I don't have a decent tripod, but I'm. Oh, this is ridiculous. I still need to be like shorter. What a mess. See? Anyhow, I don't care. You get the point. So, kind of gave up on a lot of stuff. And I just kind of existed for the last 20 years. I supported my sister for 15 of those until she finally got some medical help and is out on her own now. I need medical help, probably. Mental health help. So, I'm going to attempt to use this medium to spur me to do things, to try to reclaim my life a little. As my friend put it the other day, to get out from the underbelly of the disgust that is my humanity. He actually said it better, but that's the gist of it. So, I'm going to attempt to document this journey because I also think it'll help others and it'll spur me to do things. As a guy, we tend to do lots of things for relationships and stuff because we like to share doing things with people. And I've always been a doer for others, unfortunately. I've been the shoemaker. I have not done these things for myself. And, it's become a bad habit. It's become bad. Uh, Whether I'm lazy or just a skill I never developed because of how I grew up, the household, which this is the house I grew up in and inherited, and who knows how we end up where we're at completely. There's a lot of there's a lot of ingredients that goes into that cake, and one of the things I just did yesterday is I cleaned the kitchen sink because I don't really have much of a working household. You can see it looks pretty nice. It was pretty nasty yesterday. Still got some dishes that have been sitting around. These are dirty from outdoors, actually, from feeding animals, water bowls and whatnot. But they've been sitting here for years, unfortunately. Oh, this silly tripod. Can't you do better? Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. How does this? Ugh. Will this work? I don't know. Come on, tripod. Cooperate. God, this is really driving me nuts. Is that better? So, this will get better. I'll get better at. I gotta get a tripod so I can get the camera in the places I need it. So, a lot of times in my life, I don't deal with some stuff until I'm fed up with it. I don't do. My shop was the one place that I had for about 20 years, and it was the one place that I had super organization. The same with my work trucks. I had a 2,000 square foot warehouse. It was super organized. And my house used to be, my space upstairs used to be pretty organized pre 20 years ago. But then I just kind of stopped and just existed. Getting up every day, go out to eat, because I don't cook really. I've never been a homebody. And here's some soup. Hopefully, is still good. Another reason, during this whole COVID thing, that I've been trying to eat at home a little bit. I've eaten all my meals out in life. I just don't really cook. It blows people's minds. I don't have a lot of income. Never did, typically. But going out, being a single person most of my life, was a big part of my social world. Hanging at a couple very familiar places that I knew everybody there and maybe even did some work there. And would run into a lot of friends that I knew in the community. Was good for my soul. And, so I'm trying to eat some meals at home here, especially when I'm super poor some days, some week. And I bought this soup, which Costco makes. It's, I'm not going to turn it sideways so you can read the label. And they only make this mostly in the winter, because that's when the store only buys the soup base that they use. And it's chicken noodle soup, and it's made with the chicken parts from their roasted chickens, their rotisserie chickens. And I found out about it I guess it was early during COVID, the very beginning, at March. And I was interested but I didn't buy it that day because I didn't have $10. This is a deal for $10. This is 4 pounds of soup. And I was told it was fantastic by a number of my friends and followers on my live stream. And so I bought this like on the 10th, December 10th. If you can see there, it says in the red circle to best buy date is 12/12, and now it is, what is it, 12/19, Sunday. I guess that's right, because Sunday is the 19th or the 20th. 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Maybe it's the 20th. This isn't Christmas Friday. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to try and break this up. and freeze the rest of it and maybe have some of it right now. Hopefully it's still good. I didn't have anything to break it up into other than baggies. So I went and bought some super cheap storage containers at the dollar store. 3 for $1. 3 cups each. But another thing, like they say, a lot of new stuff. You don't have to wash, in my opinion, brand new things all the time. I'm a practical guy, and a lot of stuff that people think you have to do in life, you don't have to do. But I did wash them, so that spurred me to clean the sink. Now I don't also have running water. That's another problem in the house. I've got a lot of issues in the house. Bills went crazy with my sister running the water a lot because of her mental health issues. Natural gas went through the roof. This is an old house. It's over 100 years old. It's got 3 furnaces, 2 apartments, and it's kind of expensive to heat. The bills went, we dragged that on for a bunch of years, and now I owe the gas company technically 10 grand. I don't think it's ever going to get paid. I'll probably need to declare bankruptcy to get out from under it. And because of that, the house got cold. Some pipes broke. Also, the water was turned off 6 years ago because of the water bills my sister racked up. And me being bad at paying bills. I'm bad with money. Super bad with money. I'm a person who has always dealt with my own problems last minute, not plan. So, now the house is in somebody else's name for hopefully a short period of time while I also try to digging out from past property taxes that I'm repaying. So, yeah, it's a mess. I'm a mess. And I don't stress about things a lot. And it drives some of my friends literally insane. Because I've always been a guy who can deal with it. I'm the guy everybody called in an emergency. I'm stuck in the mud in a field. Come get me out before the police show up. Can you come and fix this right now? I carried 2 pagers and 2 phones for decades. I'm an electrician, a building maintenance guy. I'm talking 20-story buildings. An alarm installer, an alarm technician. There's not much I know about a lot of things, especially buildings and stuff that's in them. And so I always was the guy everybody called. And I liked that life, but I didn't treat myself well with it. I didn't save money. I didn't manage it, So now I do have water in the house. We did get the water turned back on through the new temporary property owner. But I still have broken pipes in walls, which I have to, and ceilings, I have to tear stuff apart to fix. I fixed one elbow down at the main valve in the basement so I could have some water, because there's a drain valve right at the main, at the bottom of the line that comes out from the whole house, goes to the whole house. So I have a valve beyond that which allows me to have this water spigot, like on the outside of your house, work. So the only way I have any water in the house here is, where are they? These things. I've been living on bottled water for years in the house here. I've learned a lot of ways to be more frugal. A lot of ways. I don't like buying bottled water. Here where I live in Northeast Ohio, we have very good water from Lake Erie. And but anyway, so my water now that I have in the house a little bit is a garden hose. So guys, guys can live with like very little stuff. Some guys, we can be very, bare bone, very minimum. I've known some women who can live frugally, but not most. So I sprayed my nice clean little container. So anyway, I'm going to take you guys on this journey, hopefully, and it's going to help me. And I'm not ashamed. I am a little, you know. I should be treating myself and living better, and my friends agree, So anyway, let's see if we can see if this soup is any good, and we'll have some more videos. There's the soup. So, oh, that's breaking. Oh, it doesn't like that. What's going on here? Oh, is there oh, that's the seal. It's got a seal on it. Okay, how do we get the seal off here? Okay. Okay, it's unsealed. Now, I can pop this top, which has been sealed. Boop. Whoops. I dropped it in the soup a little bit. So, okay, you see what I'm doing over here? I'm just setting this lid down to sit there upside down. Well, that's how things get cluttered up. Okay. I don't know that I'm a hoarder, but people who get like this, I've got friends I know like this that have piled up stuff far worse than me. They just have given up. I've got a very good friend. Her husband died like 10 years ago. She kind of gave up on life. And then she's alone now after 30 some years, and she just started piling the mail up, and here's mail, and she just started leaving things, and then you just, I'm a visualist, so I can find stuff again very easily, typically, because I remember where it was. Like I needed, where are they at? To do some cleaning here last night, I needed these. Scrubbies. I knew I had some. As my friends would always say, it's in there. About my shop or my truck, my tool work truck, it's in there. He owns it. He's just got to find it. I had to look for about an hour. I found them. So now we have to see if the soup is good. So I guess the only real way to tell if the soup is good. Now it's been kept very cold. It hasn't been frozen, but it's been kept about 30 degrees, really cold. After discussing this on my live stream with some friends, some female women friends who cook regularly, and you got to taste it and smell it. And I've got to find a spoon. And since I don't have running water, I have paper towels. I had a cache of these leftover towels from towel machine, hand paper towel dispenser in bathrooms. I had a friend who was able to give me these small pieces from when these things were huge, when they were brand new. And they were like, a foot around. And when they change them out, they just would pile them up and save them. And he'd give them to me. And it's free paper towels. I have a friend who, that's how he would get his paper towels and his toilet paper for his shop. He had a deal with a guy, I think he used to work for him, and he did cleaning at night somewhere, and he would end up with all the short rolls of paper towels and toilet paper when they would change stuff out. So he could bring in a big garbage bag of short rolls to my buddy's shop, and my buddy didn't have to buy, I think he might have even paid him a couple bucks, but he didn't have to buy any. Paper, it costs, this stuff is not cheap. So this is the way I clean silverware or glasses and dishes when I clean them. Is I just use a little water. I scrub it a little, maybe with a towel or something. I try not to leave it sit too long because that's just frustrating when you want to eat some cereal or cook something and the pot has still got leftover spaghetti bits in it, or and trust me, you're watching this probably from the comfort of your Western world viewpoint. You got to remember how a lot of people live on this planet. They don't live with these luxuries that we have in the West. And people have survived. Humanity has lived fine for millennia without lots of stuff that we use every day. Okay. I think it still smells like so. And I have my hoodie on because there's not really any heat in the house. So I've got a couple electric space heaters. That's it. So it's pretty chilly in here. What is the temperature? Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that. 38 degrees outdoors and 52 degrees indoors. There you go. So, and I asked at Costco the other day, they add 12 ounces of chicken meat to every one of these containers. Oh, there's some chicken. No, that's noodles. All right, there's a piece of chicken meat. You see that? Tastes pretty good. I think it's fine. Be much nicer heated up. I think I'm good. I've become a master at storing food through the winter or the summer. I didn't even have a fridge until I haven't had a fridge for 5 or 6 years. Because again, I haven't had my own kitchen really for decades. And I don't really cook. I have leftovers at home. So So now I got to figure out how to portion this out, because I don't. That's what I was looking for. Is don't I have a? I may have to clean this. This might be good, huh? Yeah, I think this is perfect. I just need to clean it. So. And I will do a lot of my video on YouTube probably without any editing. I don't have a real way to edit yet. I don't have a computer that works very well. Plus it's running Windows 7, which is not supported anymore. And I need a machine bad. All I have is my 2 phones, which are old, my iPhones. This is an iPhone 5, and I have an iPhone 6. And they're old, and camera doesn't work on one of them, and one of the cameras. Let's rinse this again here. And that old laptop doesn't really work too good. It's over 10 years old. My last better laptop got stolen along with $100,000 in tools when my truck was stolen 6 years ago. And that also crushed my life. It's another story if you want to know about it. All right, let's try to separate the soup, right? This is perfect. It's the perfect scooper. And it's better than a Spurtle. Those things they're advertising on TV late at night. Get your Spurtle. Oh, that looks good. Oh, look at that good Chinese soup. Chinese soup. Chicken soup. I love chicken noodle soup. There's a couple of restaurants I go to, diners, and they have very good chicken noodle soup every day. All right. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to go live on my other platform on Periscope. And hope to see you out there.